Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks, and it's another random destruction. I realise I've not done one of these for a couple of weeks, I don't think, possibly. So yeah, I thought I'd do one tonight. The Strev, the Stark, should I say, review was just not easy to do. So I thought I'd just have a bit of a casual, like I say, random destruction now. I know a lot of you put comments on that one about the stats in Siege mode and about Tanks GG. You see, the reason I didn't go and use Tanks GG is because quite often when we get tanks on console that we've not had before but have been on PC, more often than not we get normally a pre-buffed or a pre-nerfed version of that tank. And then obviously we catch up a few months down the line or whatever. So yeah, I didn't really want to use those stats for the console one in case I'm completely off. Although in doing so, it may have come out worse because obviously I only had the driving mode stats. But like I said in the video, I have mentioned it to Wargaming, just saying that they really could do with both sets of stats under the details screen, because it just makes sense. Otherwise it's misleading and leaves a lot of guesswork, or assuming that it's the same as this or it's the same as the PC or whatever. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, not done one of these for a little bit. I'm in my M103. Not been enjoying this tank, to be honest. I've just not been enjoying it. I love the T29, I love the T30. I kind of like the T34 as well, and I did enjoy the T32, although I think something needs doing with that, with its pen. Not a lot, but just maybe 220 possibly pen. I don't know. I was having this discussion actually with Carbide, the console community manager, at that party, and he was saying, well, the turret is very tough at the front, and I said, but it does have a bigger commander's hatch on the T30. So, it is a bit easier to hit that way. And it just kind of needs something to make it a bit more competitive in tier 10 matches, is, sort of what I'm thinking. But anyway, this is the M103. Not fully upgraded yet. I've got the top turret. Excuse me, my voice went then. I would have normally turned that off. But that one took me by surprise. Not got the top turret. Not got the top gun yet either. Top everything else. However, you don't actually gain much with the top gun on the M103. I think it's about 14 pen on your standard rounds, and then a bit of a better aiming time, a little bit better accuracy, and a very slight increase in rate of fire. I mean, very slight increase in rate of fire. It's a 0.2 something or other, so it's not a lot. So you don't, like I say, you don't gain much with the top 120mm for the M103. Well, this is a tier 9 match. I was heading up to the sort of northwestern corner there, because there seemed to be enough tanks going down to the valley on the southeastern side. So I thought I'd head up to the northwest, and done a bit of damage, not much, a couple of hits. Was thinking at this point, because I'm seeing the enemy team going down, the number of tanks going down quite a lot. The team have been quite efficient around that other side. And at this point I was thinking, do you know what, I really need to get my arse into gear, because I'm going to end up leaving this match with doing very little. The team will have sort of swept round on the other side and I'll have done virtually nothing. But I'd come down to this point initially to try and help deal with that STI, but he got taken down before I could actually get down here and put a shot in, because I was being spotted from across the way there. And yeah, I have been very lucky to avoid all those shots heading in my direction. But at this point I thought I really need to get moving in, see what's down here. There's a light tank there. What else? We've got another light tank over that way. I've got a heavy just off to my left, and there's an enemy heavy. Is that just going around the top, or is that a medium? Sorry, no, medium, Batchat. There is an enemy heavy, in fact I think it's just popped up there. It's an E75. And I'm kind of surprised, but kind of happy that they didn't push the way up there earlier. I think I would have been in a worse position being further down than I was. But now I've got to try and get up this way, because that Batchat is going to be coming around. Or is that a Tiger? Oh, that's a Tiger down there. There is an E75 lurking somewhere. Managed to put one into the Tiger, but there's the E75. It's come around behind that T32. The Tiger is less of a threat than an E75, even more so because the E75 is behind me. So that's why I basically left the Tiger to come and try and deal with this E75 along with the T32. Because he really needs taken down. Then I can, if the Tiger's still alive, hopefully turn around and deal with him. But this guy really needs taken down, and that was unfortunate. Poorly aimed by me, to be honest. I was going for the lower and just completely botched it. But the T32's pushed his way in, and again, just as I pulled the trigger, he backed up that hill a bit and increased the angle on that lower glacis. But I'm going to charge in with the T32. The T32 is right in his face, but here comes the Tiger 1 and the Bat Chat again. And I was thinking about trying to take down the Tiger, but then I thought, do you know what? No, the Bat Chat is by far the more dangerous sort of tank that's there. You see, I thought he was empty then, but he wasn't. Got another hit on him. He might be empty now, so he's probably going to be trying to sort of jostle for the reload. And again, I'm kind of ignoring the Tiger. I've seen that he's not got the long 88, he's got the short 88. That looks like, yeah, definitely. But the Bat Chat and the E75 are definitely a more dangerous target. Oh, set him on fire, but he's just put it out. Tried to give the Tiger a little bit of a ram. Now, T32 managed to take down the Tiger 1, yep. Then the E75, I think, took down the T32. And now I'm in a brawl with the E75, which is unfortunate at this range because he can just get my commander's hatch. I'm not sure if that's where he got me then. He might have just got it into the side of my turret, but yeah. Unfortunately, he put me down. But sometimes in a situation like that, you've just got to try and go for what you think is the more dangerous target. If I could go, well, the Bat Chat was running away on reflection, looking back at that. So he was obviously reloading. I probably should have turned my attention to the E75, but there you go. It is what it is. But not a bad round all in all. The team did come round, and there was only the E75 left at the end there, so they just sort of mobbed him. But I still came out of that with just over 4,100 damage done. And 1,100 blocked, which isn't too bad. And I did only manage one kill though, which was a bit unfortunate, but everything that sort of got down close to being killed, or close to killing it, always had a little bit of health left and got taken out by somebody else, but I'm not bothered. Still came out of it with a nice amount of XP from that one. But I'm enjoying the M103 a lot more with the upgraded turret. It's got even though it's got the same sort of armor figures, it's got a different armor profile, and it's a much nicer turret for that tank. Now here we are. For the second one, I'm in the T25 AT. I don't show this one very much, I must admit. Recently, well actually no, up until the last few days, or the last week, I'd say I've only really done the daily double in it. And I think I've only shown it maybe once, twice on the channel before. But over the last week, I've been making a concerted effort in it, and trying to get to the T28. Obviously I've been through the prototype, I've got the T30, but I'd like to get up to the T28. And obviously onto the Doom Turtle, and I think this has been sat there long enough, so I've been making a bit more of an effort. And there's not much left on it now actually. But at this point, not a particularly skilled crew, got 6th sense, possibly camo. And then I've been overtraining them. I can't remember if they've got a 3rd skill or not, they may have. And the only piece of equipment I've got on this is actually a gun rammer. I've not even bothered to put 3 pieces of equipment on, which is unusual for me. I normally do have equipment on any of the tanks that I use a lot of. But with this one, like I say, I think when I got it, I was a bit short on silver, stuck a gun rammer on it, and never really had many issues with it, so I've just sort of left it as it is, really. Trying to hit that MT25, just missed him because the shell went wide, but he's coming straight at me. There you go, you're done. Managed to get a nice hit on him and get in his way, so he basically killed himself almost. That's the downside sometimes in tanks like the MT25, fantastically quick in a straight line, but sometimes, when you go in at that speed, they don't have the greatest turning circle. Or they do have a great turning circle, massive one. Using the other sense of the word. So yeah, sometimes it can be a bit tricky to sort of change direction at the last second. But there's not many of us down on this side of the map. In fact, there was just me. In fact, there is just me, another TD, I think it's a Jagdpanther, and is that a light tank? I think it is. My preview window is quite small, but at the moment I'm just picking apart this Tiger one, who's now regretting his decision. I decided to track him because he was starting to back off and just hold him in place, and yeah, track the other one as well. Didn't want to do that, wanted to kill him. Am I going to get the kill? Just. That went a bit high actually and just clipped his commander's hatch. So that was a lucky one, but yeah, there's not many of us down here at the moment, and I didn't realise actually that while I was shooting that Tiger, the Jagdpanther had moved up further and is now unfortunately getting circled by an M6. So I've had to move position to get shots at the M6, and I just don't... Well, I hope I'm going to be in time to save the Jagdpanther. Oh, that was unfortunate. Nope, he's done just as I take my last shot, and it... Wouldn't you know it, sod's law, it bounced anyway. Yeah, he's still backing off in a straight line. Do you know, I have come to quite like this tank. It's got fantastic gun depression, and when you're using that gun depression, it makes the front of it really bouncy. And it's quite a nice gun as well. It's the 105mm, same as on the T25, so, you know, decent pen. Decent damage, and it's got quite a nice rate of fire on it for that gun as well. As this T43 is now finding out to his detriment, unfortunately for him. And I'm just going to keep moving. I know that it's got quite a bouncy front, however, it's not angled overly well at that point, so I'll just keep moving back and forth. And yeah. Sneaky Russian. SU-152, just as I was backing off. Boom. So that one put me out of the battle again, but the guys that were left, I think there were about 3-4 enemy tanks left with her there at the end, but they did manage to clean them up and get rid of them, but I still did just over 3,200 damage, and again 1,000 blocked with a first class mastery, so not a bad match, and I'm really starting to enjoy that tank destroyer now. But anyway, there you go. I hope you've enjoyed that episode. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Fingers crossed it will be a review of one of the new monster tanks, and I will catch up with the revisits on the old ones as well over the coming week. So until then, take care out there, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.